Wonderful. Well, thank you everyone for joining us today. Startup Week is a staple of our community and has been existing in Tallahassee for several years. We'll get into a little bit of the background with it. I'm going to start with going over an introduction to Domi. If you're not familiar with Domi Station, we're a nonprofit in Tallahassee. We have a co-working space where we offer educational programming for entrepreneurs, support through mentoring, a program that educates them on all the things they need to know about business, as well as helping with events like this in our community. I'm going to play a quick video for you that we just produced.
When it comes to your big idea, there are essential questions. Can I make this work for me? Can I find a way to pay myself for a business I created? That the concept I believe in is real. That my dream of making an idea come alive on my terms, working and building for myself and my family, can actually happen. Is that time now? We are Domi, and if you're ready, we're ready for you. Domi, it starts here.
So with that, Domi Station has been able to create an incredible impact in our community, generating over $183 million in economic impact between 2019 and 2021, and about $300 million since we were created in 2014, so over the last 8 years. But enough about Domi. What is Startup Week? And so Startup Week is a bit of a misnomer, and startup is pretty synonymous with starting companies, but Startup Week was really created before that. It was created to highlight all the incredible things going on in our community and bring people together around different interests in different industries and create collisions that would never have happened otherwise. And so things start up out of that. And this is an international program. So they are doing this all around the world. They're in over 40 countries, over 140 cities do this yearly with over 100,000 of different participants. In my background, I've actually helped organize these in multiple communities. This here is a picture of me doing it in Tampa Bay, but I've helped with Omaha as well, and was lucky enough to be in Tampa when it was in the prime kind of pre-pandemic. We had thousands of people participating. We brought in Gary Vaynerchuk, and so we're looking to represent that in a flavor here for Tallahassee. So let's talk a little bit about the specifics of Tallahassee specific. I want to highlight what we did last year. The biggest thing about last year is we held back. We weren't sure where the pandemic was going to go, but you can see from this video, there was some real engagement. So this wouldn't be possible without the support from our community. Last year, we partnered with over 22 organizations. One thing I want to highlight is that we do this specifically during Global Entrepreneur Week. So we do have the ability to put our events on a global calendar highlighting all the different things that we're doing. So the exposure for this is not just local, it's international, which is great for us because we do our best to try to bring some of these events online. And so it helps get exposure to what we're doing right here in our backyard. So that's kind of really incredible to see. Last year, we were the #1 number of events in the state of Florida. So we definitely made an impact across the state. We've been published nationally or internationally through Global Entrepreneur Week based on the amazing amount of impact that we were able to do. And again, we were holding back. So that was really cool to see when we were really had our hands tied. With that, we get a lot of local engagement from the individuals here, right here in our backyard, really coming out to engage communities across the ecosystem, highlighting what we were able to do. This year, we're doing it the 14th through the 18th. We're still working on the finalized venue partner, but the idea is to have all the events in the same geographic location, no more than walking distance. And that's where those organic collisions, think in your mind, one event on government development or government contracting and another event on creating art and developing that in the community. The people that are attracted to those different types of talks are diverse. They're from different backgrounds, they're from different communities right here within our community. And by having them at the same event at the same time, two different talks, but we can break, have events, beer, food, conversations, and those collisions are really magical, what comes out of it. So we have what's called track captains, and this is how we pull from those different industries across our ecosystem by bringing in individuals from different aspects, different backgrounds. They ask is that they create 2 to 5 events in their specific industry. Those can be panels, those can be workshops, those can be talks, you name it. There's a lot of creativity that can happen around these, but 2 to 3 at a minimum, 5 at max around your specific area, and then working with them to bring in some sponsorship dollars to support that. This is a free event. If you have something that has to be ticketed, we can sell tickets to it, but the idea is that we're providing food, we're providing drinks, we're providing swag. Everything that a participant is engaged in is completely free for them. Some of the potential tracks we have are highlighted here, everything from nonprofits to Web 3.0. The ones in bold we already have track captains for. I'm really excited to say that we have more support this year than I think the event has ever had to date. We already have over $10,000 committed. That doesn't mean we need to stop there. I would love to really just knock it out of the park this year and bring in some heavy keynotes. We're looking at some of the quotes for the keynote speakers, and it's not cheap anymore. So if you know of someone who would like to come in and be a keynote speaker, we'd love to have that conversation. But volunteers can be in large numbers of different ways. We're looking for support with a website, somebody who come in, make a really solid landing page that can capture those in our community that would be interested in participating. Something very similar to Tampa Bay Startup Week's website if you get a chance and want to take a look at a great example. But there's everything from volunteer coordinators to speaker coordinators. There's a lot that goes into pulling off this event at a large scale. And so any way that you want to get involved, we'd love to have your participation. I'm going to highlight the DOMI team here. DOMI kind of takes a bit of a lead. I am the lead organizer. I would consider Julia my co-leader. She makes it all happen. And then a lot of the marketing and kind of logistical organization is handled by the DOMI team, which will have a lot more interns going into the fall. We usually bring on 8 to 10 FSU students, so we'll have a lot of support and capacity on that side of it. If you have any questions, you of course can reach out to info@domistation.org or visit our website.